हरि बोल। स्नेह माता जी, मुरली मनोहर प्रभु, परमेश्वरी देवीदासी, गिरिवरधारी प्रभु, श्रिया देवीदासी, रोहिणी नंदन प्रभु, शीतला प्रिया माता जी, सच्चिनंदन कृष्ण प्रभु, कस्तूरी मंजरी देवीदासी, लीला मंजरी देवीदासी, मनमथ आनंद प्रभु, सुंदरी राधा माता जी, श्रीनिवास आचार्य प्रभु, पतित पावन प्रभु, परमानंद हरि प्रभु, नंद नंदन प्रिया माता जी, सुगंध राज प्रभु, आराधना देवीदासी, प्रफुल्लानंद माधव प्रभु, and Sripad Lalita Devidasi. I didn't see the daughter Akshata today. Hanuman Prabhu, Manani Mataji, Ravi Pipilya Prabhu, Shraman Panchal Prabhu, Govinda Gita Mataji, Vrajeshwari Priya Devidasi, Rupa Vilas Prabhu. I didn't see Nitya Navli also today. Abhay Prabhu, Sarvatarak Prabhu also, he is in Mayapur, sorry. Rahul Mishra Prabhu, Saraswati Devidasi, Tulsi Priya and Jai Govinda Prabhu, Rajendra Prabhu, Janki Khan Prabhu, Lavanga Latika Mataji, Supritra Radha Mataji, Devendra Krishna Prabhu, Divyansan Saloni, Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodarati Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Pranath Gopal Prabhu, Radhika Prem Devidasi, Priyanka Mataji, Ganga Devidasi, Prathamesh Prabhu. I didn't see Kalpataru Mataji from Naperville today, Haribol. Keshav Krishna Prabhu, Priya Kishori Devidasi, Raman Krishna Prabhu and Leela Mangal Mataji. Hope Raman Krishna Prabhu can feel better, suffering from high fever. Radha Seva Devidasi, Muli Mohan Prabhu, Shakti Mata Devidasi, Sarva Shakti Devidasi, Sri Kumar Prabhu, Sri Kansurvase Prabhu, Srinivas Charan Prabhu, Sweddeep Prabhu, Vijay Keshav Prabhu, Bhadra Bharti Mataji, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, Kanta Mataji, Vani Prabhu, Raja Ramdas Prabhu, Shankari Khor Devidasi, Krita Lakshman Prabhu and Matangi Gopi Devidasi, Balaji Prabhu, Madan Mohan Kundu Prabhu, Amit Priya Padma Mataji, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Radha Charan Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu, Shukruti Mataji, Rukmini Priya Devidasi, Sudhir Krishna Prabhu, Shakhi Saran Devidasi, Sarmishta Sahi, Rasha Keda Prabhu and Anand Radhika Devidasi, Advait Prabhu, Rajesh Prabhu, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Hari Katha, Balram Prabhu, Jai Satchinandan Prabhu, Sumit Prabhu, I didn't see him, Rati Prabhu, Rashmi Mataji, and Sesa Kapoor Mataji, Lekha Mataji, Thaneswar Prabhu, Mule Gopal Prabhu, Arvind and Priyanka Mataji, Rati Vilas Devidasi, Namapriya Devidasi, Ananda Lila Devidasi, Chintamani Devidasi, let me see, Pitambar Priya Prabhu, Rupak also joined, Ranga Devidasi also joined. I didn't see Abhay Mohan Prabhu today. Maybe I may have missed him. And Prasanna Visakha Devidasi, Hare Krishna. Somebody always joined through the name Hare Krishna. Tulsi Gemer, Santi Radhika Devidasi, Satyabhama Devidasi, Ravi Parmarthi, Rukmati Devidasi, Radhe, Yugal Priti Devidasi, and Atulya Devidasi. So thank you very much for joining. Let's hear the wonderful shrunk before we will read from the Krishna book. Haribol.
রূপে পাইব সেবা মুই দুরাচার
কি রূপে পাইব সেবা মুই দুরাচার
শ্রী গুরু বৈষ্ণবেরতে না হইল আমার
শ্রী গুরু বৈষ্ণবেরতি না হইল আমার
অশেষ মায়াতে মগন হইল
অশেষ মায়াতে মন মগন হইল
বৈষ্ণবেতে লেশ মাত্র রতি না জন্মিল
বৈষ্ণবে তেলে মাত্র রতি না জন্মিল
বিষয়ে ভুলিয়া অন্ধ হইনু দিবা নিশি
বিষয়ে ভুলিয়া অন্ধ হইল দিবানিশি
গলে ফাঁস দিতে ফিরে মায়া সে পিসাছি
গলে ফাঁস দিতে ফিরে মায়া সে পিশাচি
ইহারে করিয়া জয় ছাড়ানো না যায়
বিহারে করিয়া যায় ছাড়ানো না যায়
সাধু কৃপা বিনায়ার নাহি কয় উপায়
সাধু কৃপা বিনায়ার নাহি কয় উপায়
অদোষ দরশি প্রভু পতিত উদ্ধার
দশ দরশি প্রভু পতিত উদ্ধার
এইবার নরোত্তমে করহ নিস্তার
এইবার নরতমে কর নিস্তার
দয়া কর হে
দয়া করো হে
দয়া কর হে
দয়া করো হে
পতিত পাবন বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়া কর হে
পতিত পাবন বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়া করো হে
তুমি দয়ালের শিরোমণি দয়া কর হে
দয়ালের শিরোমণি দয়া করো হে
তোমার দয়া বয়ার গতি নাই প্রভু দয়া কর হে
দয়া বয়ার গতি নাই প্রভু দয়া করো হে
দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর
দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর
দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর
দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়াল বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর
Thank you very much, Saman Prabhu, for playing a wonderful song of Narottam Das Thakur. Prabhupada used to say, the songs of Narottam Das Thakur we should accept as a Vedas. So we are so fortunate to hear wonderful realizations that how the advanced devotee feel themselves very insignificant. So we will be reading Krishna book, chapter 1, Advent of Lord Krishna. Once the world was overburdened by the unnecessarily defense force of different kings who were actually demons, but were posing themselves as the royal order. At that time, the whole world became perturbed, and predominating deity of this earth, known as Bhumi, went to see Lord Brahma to tell of her calamities due to the demoniac kings. Bhumi assumed the shape of a cow and presented herself before Lord Brahma. With tears in her eyes, she was bereaved and was weeping just to invoke the Lord's compassion. She related the calamitous position of the earth, and after hearing this, Lord Brahma became much aggrieved, and he at once started for the ocean of milk, where Lord Vishnu resides. So Lord Brahma was accompanied by all the demigods, headed by Lord Shiva, and Bhumi also followed. Arriving on the shore of the milk ocean, Lord Brahma began to pacify the Lord Vishnu, who formerly saved the earthly planet by assuming the transcendental form of a boar. In the Vedic mantras, there is a particular type of prayer called Purusha Sukta. Generally, the demigods offer their obeisances unto Vishnu, the Supreme Personality Godhead, by chanting Purusha Sukta. It is understood herein that the predominating deity of every planet can see the Supreme Lord of the universe, Brahma, whenever there is some disturbance in his planet. And Brahma can approach the Supreme Lord Vishnu not by seeing him directly, but by standing on the shore of the ocean of the milk. There is a planet within this universe called Svetadivi. And on that planet, there is an ocean of milk. It is understood from the various Vedic literatures that just as there is the ocean of salt water within this planet, there are various kinds of ocean in other planets. Somewhere there is an ocean of milk, somewhere there is an ocean of oil, and somewhere there is an ocean of liquor, and many other types of oceans. Purusha Sukta is the standard prayer which the demigod recite to appease the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shirodaksai Vishnu. Because he is lying on the ocean of milk, he is called Shirodaksai Vishnu. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, through whom all the incarnation within this universe appear. After all the demigod offered the Purusha Sukta prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they apparently heard no response. Then Lord Brahma personally sat in meditation, and there was a message transmission from Lord Vishnu to Lord Brahma. Brahma then broadcast the message to the demigods. That is the system of receiving Vedic knowledge. The Vedic knowledge is received first by Brahma from the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of the heart. As stated in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Tene Brahma Ruda, the transcendental knowledge of the Vedas, was transmitted to Lord Brahma through the heart. Here also in the same way, only Brahma could understand the message transmitted by Lord Vishnu. And he broadcast it to the demigods for their immediate action. The message was, the Supreme Personality Godhead will appear on the earth very soon, along with his supreme powerful potencies. And as long as he remains on the earth planet to execute his mission of annihilating the demons and establishing the devotees, the demigods should also remain there to assist him. They should also immediately take birth to the family of the Yadu dynasty, wherein the Lord will also appear in due course of time. The Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, Krishna, personally appeared as the son of Vasudeva. Before he appeared, all the demigods, along with their wives, appeared in different pious families in the world just to assist the Lord in executing his mission. The exact word used here is Tat Priya Artham, which means the demigods should appear on the earth in order to please the Lord. In other words, any living entity who lives only to satisfy the Lord is a demigod. The demigods were further informed that the plenary portion of Lord Krishna, Ananta, who is maintaining the universal planet by extending his millions of hoods, would also appear on earth before Lord Krishna's appearance. They were also informed that the external potency of Vishnu Maya Devi, with whom all the conditioned souls are enamored, would also appear just to execute the purpose of the Supreme Lord. After instructing and pacifying all the demigods, as well as Bhumi, with sweet words, Lord Brahma, the father of all the Prajapatis, or progenitors of the universal populations, departed for his own abode, the highest material planet called Brahmaloka. The leader of the Yadu dynasty, King Sursena, was ruling over the country known as Mathura, the district of Mathura, as well as the district known as Sursena. On account of the rule of King Sursena, Mathura became the capital city of all the kings of the Yadus. Mathura was also made the capital of the king of the Yadu dynasty, because the Yadu were a very pious family and knew that Mathura is a place where Lord Sri Krishna lives eternally, just as he also lives in Dwarka. Once upon a time, Vasudeva, the son of Sursena, just after marrying Devaki, was going home on his chariot with his newly wedded wife. The father of Devaki, known as Devaka, has contributed a sufficient dowry because he was very affectionate toward his daughter. He had contributed hundreds of chariots completely decorated with gold equipment. At first time, Kansa, the son of Ugrasena, in order to please his sister Devaki, had voluntarily taken the rein of the horses of Vasudeva's chariot and was driving. According to the custom of the Vedic civilization, when a girl is married, the brother takes the sister and brother-in-law to their home. Because the newly married girl may feel too much separation from her father's family, the brother goes with her until she reaches her father-in-law's house. The full dowry contributed by Devaka was as follows: 400 elephants fully decorated with golden garlands, 15,000 decorated horses, and 1,800 chariots. He also arranged for 200 beautiful girls to follow his daughter. The Kshatriya system of marriage, still current in India, dictates that when a Kshatriya is married, a few dozen of the bride's young girlfriends, in addition to the bride, go to the house of the king. The followers of the queen are called maidservants, but actually they act as friends of the queen. This practice is prevalent from time immemorial, traceable at least to the time before the advent of Lord Krishna, 5,000 years ago. So Vasudeva brought home another 200 beautiful girls along with his wife. While the bride and bridegroom were passing along on the chariot, there were different kinds of musical instrument playing to indicate the auspicious moment. There were conch shells, bugles, drums, and kettle drums. Combined together, they were vibrating a nice concert. The procession was passing very pleasantly, and Kamsa was driving the chariot. When suddenly there was a miraculous sound vibrated from the sky, which especially announced to Kamsa, quote, "Kamsa, you are such a fool. You are driving the chariot of your sister and your brother-in-law, but you do not know that the eighth child of this sister will kill you." Unquote. Kansa was the son of Ugrasena of the Bhoja dynasty, and it is said that the Kansa was the most demoniac of all the Bhoja dynasty kings. Immediately after hearing the prophecy from the sky, he caught hold of Devki's hair and was just about to kill her with his sword. Vasudeva was astonished at Kamsa's behavior. You know how much peaceful Vasudeva must be, right? Seeing that somebody is going to kill the wife and still remain patient. The devotion to the Lord gives all this potency to the person who completely surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna. And in order to pacify the cruel, shameless brother-in-law, he began to speak as follows. With great reason and evidence, he said, quote, "My dear brother-in-law Kamsa, you are the most famous king of the Bhoja dynasty. And people know that you are the greatest warrior and a valiant king. How is it that you are so infuriated that you are prepared to kill a woman who is your own sister at this auspicious time of her marriage? Why should you be so much afraid of death? Death is already born along with your birth. From the very day you took your birth, you begin to die. Suppose you are 25-year-old, that means you have already died 25 years. Haribol. Every moment, every second, you are dying. Why then should you be so much afraid of that? Final death is inevitable. You may die either today or in 100 years, but you cannot avoid death. Why should you be so much afraid? Actually, we should practice the death every single day. When we wake up and do the brush in the mirror, we should say, today is my last day. And you can see how peacefully we will live, because there is no anxiety, what is going to happen in the future or anything. Just live one day at a time. Actually, death means annihilation of the present body. As soon as the present body stops functioning and mixes with the five elements of material nature, the living entity within the body accepts another body according to his present actions and reactions. It is just as when a man walks on the street, he puts forward his foot, and when he is confident that his foot is situated on sound ground, he lifts the other foot. In this way, one after another, the body changes and the soul transmigrates. See how the plant worms change from one twig to another so carefully. Similarly, the living entity changes his body as soon as the higher authorities decide on his next body. It's not our choice. We are completely dependent. As long as a living entity is conditioned within this material world, he must take material bodies one after another. His next particular body is offered by the laws of nature, according to the actions and reactions of this life. Haribol. This body is exactly like one of the bodies which are always seen in dreams. During our dream of sleep, we create so many bodies according to the mental creation. We have seen gold, and we have also seen a mountain. So in a dream, we can see a golden mountain by combining the two ideas. Sometimes in dreams, we see that we have a body which is flying in the sky. And at that time, we completely forget our present body. Similarly, these bodies are changing. When you have one body, you forget the past body. During a dream, we may make contact with so many new kinds of bodies, but when we are awake, we forget them all. And actually, these material bodies are the creation of our mental activities. But at the present moment, we do not recollect our past bodies. Krishna is so kind, otherwise how mess it would be. Haribol. The nature of the mind is flickering. Sometimes it accepts something and immediately to reject the same thing. Accepting and rejecting is the process of the mind in contact with the five objects of sense gratification. Form, taste, smell, sound, and touch. In its speculative way, the mind comes in touch with the object of sense gratification. And when the living entity desires a particular type of body, he gets it. Therefore, the body is an offering by the laws of material nature. The living entity accepts a body and comes out again into the material world. How can I say? We are on the Zoom call. Amritanand Prabhu, you can listen our reading. Hare Krishna.
I was just hoping for the Zoom detail. There are devotees here asking because they would. Is it possible?
What did you say, Prabhu? Can you repeat?
You had mentioned the Zoom call for chanting japa, no?
Yes.
So there are a few devotees in New Jersey also who are asking. We get up and we do chanting over here on on the local call, but
Yes.
there are just a few people, so they wanted to join the your japa session.
Yes.
So if we can join Zoom session where everyone chants together, it will be helpful. So if you can send that detail, Prabhu.
Yes, I'll send you the link.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, Amrutanand Prabhu. Thank you for your kind association
Thank you.
last couple of days. I'm grateful
It's
to
our
you. Thank
it's a
you.
blessing for us, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
You. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. In its speculative way, the mind comes in touch with the objects of sense gratification. And when the living entity desires a particular type of body, he gets it. Therefore, the body is an offering by the laws of material nature. The living entity accepts a body and comes out again into the material world to enjoy or suffer according to the constructions of the body. Unless we have a particular type of body, we cannot enjoy or suffer according to our mental proclivities inherited from the previous life. The particular type of body is actually offered to us according to our mental conditions at the time of death. It says in Bhagavad Gita, right, that whatever we will be thinking at the time of death, Krishna fulfilled the desire. And only way we will be able to remember Lord Sri Krishna is continuously chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then we will very peacefully live this material world because we know our destiny, that we will be getting free from the cycle of birth and death. So we will be able to happily embrace those moments of death. Haribol. The luminous planet like the sun, moon, or the star reflect themselves in different types of reservoirs like waters, oil, or ghee. The reflection moves according to the movement of the reservoir. The reflection of the moon is on the water, and the moving water makes the moon also appear to be moving. But actually the moon is not moving. Similarly, by mental concoctions, the living entity attains different kind of bodies, although actually he has no connections with such bodies. But on account of illusion, being enchanted by the influence of Maya, the living entity thinks that he belongs to a particular type of body. That is the way of conditions life. It was very nice. I got a wonderful explanation from my Guru Maharaj. And I asked that Gurudev, if somebody is living so lavishly, rich, filthy, very wonderful life, but because he didn't do a good deeds in his life, he may have to take the life of a dog. How it is possible, or how that soul will feel that he was living lavishly, servant is serving him, and now he has to take the body of a dog. So my Guru Maharaj explains very nicely that when the soul goes, the Chitragupta, who is like representing the super soul, knows each and every actions we have performed from the day we took birth in this material world. And they will just say it, keep on going, because there is no lawyer to defend you. Everything Chitragupta says is final. And then, after knowing all the life, the decision will be made that yes, he belongs to a dog body. So then my Guru Maharaj was saying that they will, the subtle body, mind, intelligence, and ego, so this they will put in a rehabilitation process. Slowly and slowly the mind, they will make it dull and dull, so that soul will accept the gross and gross material body happily. And they do up to the extent that he is willing to now willingly take the body of a dog. So this is the system. So if he wants to become free from all cycle of birth and death, Prabhus, we are 8.4 millions of pieces of life. We are going through like this. Somehow or other we got the human form of life. We have the process. Somehow or other, by the mercy of our spiritual master, we have come in contact with the process where we can become free from the cycle of birth. But we need to remain. That's the goal of the life, and we should put a topmost priority. If we are not using more than 50% of the time for our devotional practice out of 24 hours, the chances will be we'll come back into this material world. But this is the way it goes. So suppose a living entity is now in a human form of body. He thinks that he belongs to the human community or a particular country or particular place. He identified himself in that way and unnecessarily prepares for another body, which is not required by him. Such desires and mental concoctions are the cause of different type of body. The covering influence of material nature is so strong that the living entity is satisfied in whatever body he gets. And then he identifies with that body with great pleasure. Therefore, I beg you to request you not to be overwhelmed by the dictations of your mind and body. Unquote. What a wonderful narration has been given. Sorry, it's already 6:59. Oh, we take 4 more minutes. So today somehow or other everything is delayed 3-4 minutes. Huh? Keeping the same time for reading, I guess. Krishna is so kind. So with those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become successful, joyful, and with no fear in their life. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the dusk of the wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who take so much austerity despite the, household responsibility, wake up early in the morning and giving the support. So I take the dust from the lotus feet who join from Aurora, Illinois, Cartondale, India, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Tempe, Phoenix, College Station, Austin, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, Portland, Dhaka, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, New Delhi, and also Doha and Jammu and Kashmir. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhayavacha paditanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Yeah, today also Kamini Priya Mataji, Sumit Prabhu, then Kalpataru Mataji also joined later on. She must have logged out again, but thank you